The election is top of mind for me. Your book is coming out a couple of weeks before the federal election here in the United States. I'm doing 12 episodes on the election. It's really not about swaying people's votes, but helping them navigate deepfakes, misinformation, media literacy, managing conflict around the Thanksgiving dinner table, that sort of thing. And I just wonder what your book can contribute to politics. And one of the things that really disappoints me is I don't see a strategy in among many of our politicians and the way they talk about things. So I just am curious if you have a perspective on that.
Well, I would say this. Sports became a great industry. It's very easy to get people around the world hopped up, spending money and time on rivalries in sports. And in my lifetime, we have turned politics into a sport because that's how the consultants get paid. Number two, governance isn't about a figurehead or a singular event. Governance is a continual cycle of engagement, decision-making, output. It has almost nothing to do with politics. So here we have the media industrial complex, which is profiting with the consultant class on turning this division into a sport. And politicians, who I don't spend a lot of time with, but I've definitely given advice to some fairly well-known ones, tend to avoid strategy because they're playing the cable TV Who Won Today game. And that's to their own detriment, right? That you don't have to be a fan of Ronald Reagan or JFK to realize that both of them had a strategy. And once you have a strategy, each day becomes easier because you know what you're trying to do. Whereas if you're in a boxing ring and you're just trying to win today with tactics, it's easy to just get all tied up. And so I guess what I would encourage as many people as possible to do is to try to think hard about governance and what things are like around here and the kind of world we'd like to live in. I have a relative who cheats at Scrabble, and so I don't play Scrabble with him because it's just not worth it. And we, I think personally, should refuse to engage with people who cheat, even if they're winning for us. Because once you normalize cheating, it's very hard to stop cheating, right? So as someone who's hopes to have descendants and is someone who has been around for a while, governance and civil society matter a lot. I've been to places that have no governance. I've spent time in places that don't have a civil society. You wouldn't want to live there.